of exceptions when it comes to the subject verb agreement. Okay, and these are the places where a lot of non-native speakers, people whose mother tongue is not English, people whose mother tongue is not English will have a problem with the language because of subject verb agreement rules. Okay, and for us, it tends to become even more harder because uh, there are so many different things we want to do. However, we don't have enough time to learn everything that we want, right? And because of that, we just arrogantly say, I don't know the language, I don't want to learn the language, or stuff like that. So we need to be very, very careful when it comes to basics of language, because once your basics are strong, your language becomes very, very easy. Right? So you can go ahead and learn all of this. How many of you use a mobile phone? Please raise your hands. A mobile phone with data or internet access. Everyone who uses a phone with internet, please raise your hands. Oh, cool. Not even half the number of you use mobile phones. Cool. No worries. Please use a mobile phone. I hear it is very, very effective to learn a lot of things and to do a lot of things. Uh, I don't own one, but I definitely plan on buying one because of my wife. She is way behind my life to go ahead and buy a mobile phone because she thinks if people don't have mobile phones, they're not human beings in the first. They should not be even alive. Okay, so I heard a lot of good things about it. I hope they're all right. But more importantly, if you guys are able to go ahead and get access to a mobile phone, that means that you can use a lot of internet and stuff and learn a lot of new things that you would otherwise not have access to. Okay, so yeah, please get into the habit of using a mobile phone. It's a very good thing. That's what I am told. Go online, go on the laptop, uh, go to a internet parlor, borrow a phone from your friend, borrow anything from a friend. It doesn't matter until you finish your exams, your written exam for any interview. Go ahead, try and learn as much as possible. Practice as much as possible because practice is the only thing which can help you excel. Okay. So that being said, let's get into the topic. Okay. Whenever you have any doubt, please do stop me. I don't have a problem stopping right away. We'll go ahead and discuss what it is, and then we will go forward. Okay. So for now, we will go ahead and pick up on a very simple topic called uh, sentence correction. So according to you, what do you think is sentence correction? This is a question which you would have to answer. So can anyone tell me what, according to you, is sentence correction?
So rectifying the sentence, like uh, depending upon the noun and verbs, past tenses and present tenses.
Okay, that sounds good. That sounds good. Sentence correction means finding some kind of error in the sentence which might either be based on grammar, or it can be based on the wrong tense, or it can be based on the wrong usage of words. For example, if I share the screen, you will see one of these questions. The first question: the small child does whatever his father was done. How do we correct this? What is the error? Or is there any error in the first? Is it correct? What could be the correct answer? Again, people are chatting. Very nice. C. All right. The small child does whatever his father does. Here, there is no grammatical error. We are just looking at usage of words. Okay. Because the first part of the sentence uses the word does. By default, even the second part of the sentence uses the same verb. The verb does not change. We use the same verb. Right? Whenever you go ahead and look at sentence correction kind of questions, please be aware. This is where they also look into usage of words. We see this. This is a question wherein you need to change the entire meaning. Can anyone please read it? Read the question.
You need not come unless you want to.
Thank you so much, Shivaji. Now, you need not come unless you want to. You will have to find a replacement for the entire sentence, because the entire sentence is in bold. So, of the given 5 options, do you think we need to change it? If you think we need to change it, go ahead and give me an answer. If you think the sentence is absolutely correct, you can say no correction required.
Option A, sir.
Option what, sir? Nikhila, is it? Is it Nikhila who gave me the answer?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nikhila, is your voice always like that, dude?
Sir,
Is your voice always that low?
is it low, sir?
Yeah. Is this how you generally speak, Mike?
Problem in my mic.
Oh, there's a problem in your mic. Okay, no worries. That's all right. We can fix that later on. Problems in the mic and everything, no worries. We can get them fixed. That's all right. You can take your time to get them fixed. That is absolutely cool. Okay. So, which option did you say, ma'am? Option number? Okay, option A.
sir.
Very good. Option A. You don't need to come unless you want. Okay. Very good. So, sentence correction anedi, it is always important that you check which part of the sentence they are asking to correct, or if they want you to correct the entire sentence. A lot of times you'll have a very big problem. You will think something, but you will end up doing something else, right? For us to eliminate stuff like that, we ask you to be very careful when you do uh, sentence correct. Okay. Can anyone do this? Question number 3.
Sir, initials.
Initials. Very good, Mr. Yadav. There are not many men who are so famous that they are frequently referred to by their short names only. There is nothing called short names, that they are called initials, right? They are called initials. Good. Very nice. Can anyone give me the answer for this?
Sir, to whom I sold?
Option D, sir.
Option D. Very good. To whom I sold. Very nice. Very nice. To whom I sold my house. Good. Can you give me the answer for this option, please?
No correction required. Option.
No correction required. Are we sure?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely correct. There is no correction required. They were all shocked at its failure in the competition. It is absolutely correct. Good. So, can we do this?
Sir, in addition of enhancing the reputation.
Okay. In addition of enhancing, when we say in addition, it means added to something, right? It means in addition to something. Here, we will not say of, we will say in addition to enhancing their reputation. Like you said, enhancing their reputation is there, but it is not the preposition to, we will use of. Okay. I hope I'm making myself clear when a doubt is arise.
Yes, sir.
Whoa. Nice. Are you guys always this silent and nice and without talking, without making any noise kind? Or is it because today is day one and you want to stay quiet for some time? Let's do this. Can anyone give me the answer to this? Oh, this is not that hard.
Or option A.
A.
Option A.
Option D, sir.
Sir.
Option
Villa said D. Right? We will always say the intruder stood quietly for a few moments. Now, when you guys said part of speech, I asked you how many parts of speech are there. You guys said 8. I think Vamshi said 8. Right, Mr. Yadav? Was you who said 8?
Yes, sir.
We have 9 parts of speech. All right. In, if I'm not wrong, 2018, there was an upgrade to the English language based on which we now have 9 parts of speech. The ninth part of speech is called the determiners. Okay. Now, these determiners are things which tell us where we need to use a, an, or the. Okay. And when we were talking about time, we say a few moments or a few minutes. We don't say few minutes or few moments. You should always use a, the article a before few moments. All right. I hope we are learning enough and I'm not confusing you guys too much with grammar. Okay. Stood for a few minutes. Like this, if you go ahead and see, you have, this is one type. Can someone give me the answer for this? Question number 20.
Option D, sir. General aspect.
Option D. Thank you,
Option
others. Option
D, sir.
D. She cooks, washes dishes, and does her homework and then relaxes. Very good. Because there is a continuity of words. You have cooks, washes, dishes, then we don't use a continuous form. We use the ES form and say relax. Okay, good. So let's see anything else that we have. Yes, question number 24. Can you give me the answer to question number 24?
Sir, option C.
Option C. Very good. Thank you. Thank you, Jaswant. I think Likila and Jaswant have been giving me answers in the chat. I apologize, I didn't go through it. So anyone interested in the use of computers can learn much if he or she has access to a personal computer. Instead of anyone, if we say everyone, then we can say they have access. But because we are using anyone, we need to make sure that we use the word he or she. Can either be the female or the male. Right? Good. Can anyone give me the answer to question number 31?
Yes, sir.
Sorry?
Yes, sir.
A. A as in apple.
Yes, sir. Option A.
Option A. Very nice. Good. For many centuries in Indian history, there was no city so famous as the city of Ujjain. Very. So basically, these are the type of questions you're going to get when it says sentence correction. Just a bit more confusing. For example, this question. One of the most significant phenomena of our time has been the development of cinema. Here, they will check for your vocabulary, which is your spelling. How effectively do you know spelling? Can anyone give me the answer for this?
Sir, it's A.
A. Okay.
B. Option B.
Very good, Nikhila. It is actually option B. Like Nikhila said, it is phenomena, not phenomenon, because they are not talking about everything. They're talking about only about one of the most significant, right? So you don't say phenomenons, we say phenomena. The problem with English is that it is too simple. Because of that simplicity, it becomes too confusing. Because everyone wants to add their own twist to the language, right? But we will go ahead and learn. Otherwise, we will learn it in a decent way, in a more better way, so that when we go ahead and write our own test, we will not have any problem. All right. So that being said, I don't want to go ahead and impose on you because today is day one, and already it is 8 or it's going to be 8. So what we will do is we will call it a day today, and in our next session, which will definitely be for 2 hours, we'll go ahead and work the other things out. Okay. So until now, in what we did, does anyone have any kind of doubt or question? Does anyone have any doubt? Okay, so see, everyone has a way of learning or a own website for learning sentences. Yeah, and if you ask me, I would suggest going on to the British Council page and learning stuff. But then everyone doesn't support that zeal that I have to learn from the British Council, because people think that it is kind of complicated there. So if you want to learn about sentence correction of sentences, stuff like that, it is always better that you learn from the best, which is the British Council. Okay, they have their own website. They teach a lot of stuff there. You have amazing lectures on, right? So no worries. We will go ahead and discuss a lot of this stuff in the coming days. I will try to come and get in touch with you guys once again for the training. I like you guys, man. You guys are good. All right. So, anything else that you'd like to know before we call it a day? Nothing. All right. In that case, thank you so much, guys. You have an amazing time ahead. Always keep smiling, and thank you. We'll catch up in the next session. All right. Bye bye. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir.